The General has fully recovered. I've read his report and the letter you wrote. Not only did you calm the crisis here, but now it's opened up new possibilities for the Empire. My employer was thoroughly impressed, and so am I. Apologies if I offended you. I thought all mages loved praise and acclaim. But it seems you did what you did, because it was the right thing to do. And for that, I commend you. Before we continue, let me explain the purpose of my visit first. As a delegate of the Empire, and a personal representative of my employer, I need to take over all administration. Also, I need to reassess the current situation in Brimstone Village based on your report. That's not to say we don't trust you, Magister Merlin, or the General, but it's because of our own requirements. No, it is better to be clear, so there's mutual trust between us. I reiterate that I fully trust you and General Hogan. However, I also need to judge the facts here with my own eyes, so I may need to conduct my own investigation of everything. An in-depth understanding of the situation will help with future analysis and strategic decisions going forward. The Empire's policy toward Brimstone Village may also change. My employer also needs other perspectives to get a complete picture of what happened here. Meet them directly? All right, let's do that.
Are you two done talking, Magister? Hammy and Chippy have a bunch of things we want to tell you.
All right. Let's get this done first, but make some time for us later.
Magister, and the Envoy Lady! All right, let me first introduce myself. I'm Zany, and I'm currently the Chief Tinkerer of all things crafted here in dear Brimstone Village.
It's an honor to meet you, Miss Zany. General Hogan and Magister Merlin have already told me about you. You're a technological genius with ideas that are ahead of your time. Moreover, it was with your assistance that General Hogan was able to escape safely.
That was nothing. Oh, here. Let me introduce you to Hyla, the person now in charge of Brimstone Village.
Greetings. It's a pleasure to meet you, Madam Envoy. I heard that you're interested in our newly developed materials and processes. I'll show you around and introduce you to what we've been up to.
Greetings. I've heard of you. You're the weapons expert in Brimstone Village, and a renowned blacksmith. When you were still accepting private commissions, any sword of your craft and your signature was beyond valuable.
You're too kind. That was many years ago.
Oh, I haven't introduced myself yet. You can just call me Evie. Is it okay if I refer to you two by your names?
Go ahead, Evie. So, is there anything you want to check out?
Well, there are many. Some things may seem a bit trivial.
Don't worry about it. Just tell us and we'll do our best to assist.
Oh, Magister! Chippy didn't expect us to be separated for so long.
This is the first time we've been apart for so long. Next time, we have to stay together.
Although we all know that the Magister is super powerful, Hammy and Chippy will always worry.
Yes, you briefly mentioned a few things in your letter to General Hogan, but it was too short. Can you give us a full, detailed account of what happened? Oh, that Alara is despicable! How could she hurt Felly?
That's right! She deserves the ending she got!
I can't believe dragons actually exist! What's worse is that they suffered so much.
Oh, Chippy can't tell which is worse, dragons or dwarves. Was Queen Saralith a bad person or a good person? This story is a bit confusing.
Well, I don't think it's possible to judge her as good or bad. Not everything is black or white. Although I had guessed that the assail came from the Dark Forest, I didn't expect there was such a complicated history behind everything.
What are the assail going to do now? They're cursed, and the dragon flew away.
There has to be another way. Although the Magister can use the Sylvan Tendril to lift the curse of a single person, it will be difficult to lift the curse of everyone in South Thorin.
And we still have problems in Brimstone Village. Chippy's head hurts.
Don't worry, Chippy. Evie is here to solve all the problems in Brimstone Village. Let's check the situation first.
Yes, but why is Evie's attitude towards Zany and Hyla different from the Magister? She treats the Magister all polite and proper while being all friendly and familiar with Zany and Hyla.
Because the Magister is already on the Empire's side. She just needs to show the proper respect and get things moving forward, like a coworker from a different bureau. But the dwarves in Brimstone Village could be considered her opponents in upcoming negotiations. She needs to put on a smile and butter them up before they have any serious discussions. You do this a few times, and you can figure these things out quickly. Watching General Hogan talk to the dwarves helped me understand.
But Chippy doesn't think that Zany and Hyla consider Evie their enemy or anything like that. With just a few words, they're treating her like a true friend.
Well, dwarves are straightforward. Hyla is a very professional and technical individual. She probably has no idea what's going on. However, Zany could be hiding her true feelings. In short, we need to keep our wits about us. I think Zany should gain the upper hand during negotiations.
If that happens, Evie may ask us for help.
Apologies for getting caught up with the two ladies over there.
Right on cue.
Zany shared some fascinating insights into Brimstone Village's current operations and its key mineral veins. I suggested we visit the mines together for a closer look. You should be more familiar with the situation here in the village. Do you think you can help investigate this side of things? Thank you for your assistance. Here are some things that need confirming. First, how do the common folk now view past events, the resurrection of a god, and the betrayal of the Empire? Have their sentiments softened or soured with time? Second, have the primary forging materials truly been replaced as Hyla claims? Or is that merely a convenient tale to veil the truth? Third, both Zany and Hyla have spoken of recent attacks on the village. Do these assaults stem from outside forces? Or are they orchestrated from within? Yes, during our talk about the village's defenses, they mentioned a troubling rise in unexplained attacks. Apparently, one such assault took place right at the village entrance. I mean no offense in doubting them. Yet in Savannah, it was not uncommon for merchants or nobles under scrutiny to employ such ploys, crafting misfortune to stir sympathy. Which is why your insight is vital. Should these claims be true, we stand ready to offer help without delay. Your judgment, paired with General Hogan's assurances, is good enough for me. I'm leaving this in your expert hands.
She says she trusts Zany and Hyla, but she still doubts them. She claims to believe in the Magister, yet invokes General Hogan's name for assurances.
In Hollystone and on the way here, Evie was very nice to us. Why does she sound so sinister when you say it like that?
Well, not everyone is a pure-hearted idiot like you, Chippy.
Oh, Savannah and its nobles are really scary.
That's true. And it feels like we're working for free again.
You're that mage from the Empire. The one who's friends with Zany. Ask away. We've got nothing to hide.
All right, mister. Do you recall Eldric's plan to build a temple and resurrect Helthor?
I may be old, but I haven't lost all of my memories. I've been underground.
Well, after all that's happened, we'd love to hear what you think about this plan now.
Anonymous, huh? Well, I'll tell it to you straight then. That Eldric was a stone-brained dolt. A cocky fool who got what he deserved. Who cares about old gods and ancient empires? It's been thousands of years. Serious craftsmen and tinkers worry about technology and the future, not resurrecting the past. Look, Helthor is gone. As dwarves, we will always honor him and keep our faith in his memory. But if he is resurrected, who can say if it's truly him, or some twisted abomination of what he once was? Let's be real. Most of those who followed him down weren't there for some grand resurrection. They were just after building a temple to Helthor, or digging up Echorite. Not many of them bought into the resurrection idea. Most people in the village understood. Well, Eldric was scheming and plotting all day. Echorite was pretty useful, but it couldn't last forever, could it? Honestly, he should have been replaced ages ago. He spent all his time blabbering about faith, just like those light bearers. Full of hot air, nothing more. Now Zany and Hyla are in charge, and I'll give them credit. Things are running smoothly enough. Still, the future feels a bit uncertain, doesn't it? I've got my worries, I won't deny it. Dropping Echorite and making us chase after this new war. Feels like we're being pushed into something we might regret. But this isn't really my field, so I'll leave it at that. All right then, I'll be on my way. And don't forget, I want to stay anonymous.
What a fiery old man! But Chippy thinks his attitude isn't so different from what most people in Brimstone Village are feeling, right?
Well, these folks don't know much about the old empire or magic. They just want to stick to their crafts and have no patience for all this political business. Yes, I've heard from Evie that it was Eldric who established trade with the empire and secured contracts with the royal court and the army. Though Zany's talented with her inventions, it's clear she's still a bit lacking when it comes to handling business or political matters. Well, I've noted this part down, and I hope Evie can help Brimstone Village look ahead and plan for the future.
Magister, we've done everything that Evie asked of us.
To begin with, none of the villagers believed in Eldric's plan to revive Helthor. With Eldric gone, no one is going to try again.
Right. Then there's the matter of the new ores. Echorite has indeed been replaced by Celestrite.
Let's talk about the scale we found. With that type of shine and texture, I feel like we've seen it before.
It's very familiar. Chippy has seen it on Avari when he transformed.
Magister, we need to tell Evie and Zany at once.
Let's hurry to the mine. They might be in danger.
Just saying, we don't sell rip-offs.
one of them just pounced on me out of nowhere. Aren't these monsters from South Thorin? What are they doing here? Yeah. I used to watch over the mines, and occasionally saw a few of these things. But it's strange to encounter this many here.
The destruction found in the village must have been the work of the corrupted Assail. Things will get more dangerous if they've increased their hunting range. It's unclear if the attacks will spread the corruption among the dwarves, but getting injured may be unavoidable.
So, what do we do? We still have a lot of work piled up.
Don't worry. We're going to report everything to the envoy.
You mean the Light-Bearer envoy? Okay, I guess. Just please help us.
Our findings cleared up most things, but the attacks on the village are going to be a bit troublesome.
I see. I'll also share what I've learned. While Hyla may lack the qualities of a traditional leader, her expertise as a technical director and project overseer is undeniable. That said, I must say that Zany possesses a more natural aptitude for guiding the village. While both have their merits, neither is fully equipped to manage the village's unique challenges. Luckily, administrative management is my area of expertise. And now we reach the delicate matter at hand. No doubt a few folks suspect me of trying to seize power. But rest assured, if I wanted a coup, I'd have brought better stationery. My duty here is to assist. If their usefulness to the Empire wanes, I'll act to mitigate the fallout. But so long as they prove valuable, they'll have my full support and help. Yes, I agree. Brimstone Workshop's reputation, your investigative findings, and the verification of new mineral deposits are all evidence of their continued worth to the Empire. Yes, the current attacks definitely need to be dealt with. After all, the villagers are subjects of the Empire. Matters concerning the safety of our citizens cannot be ignored. The problem lies in the fact that these monsters are from South Thorin. I was officially appointed to oversee the affairs of Brimstone Village. South Thorin, on the other hand, is a new, unrecognized country. No official communication channels have been established yet. I'm not in a position to interfere, let alone make any promises as a representative. Given my employer's standing, even well-intentioned contact might be misconstrued as exceeding one's authority. I'd like to ask you all to go to South Thorin to investigate the reason for the escalating attacks by the corrupted Assail. Are they doing it intentionally, or just unable to stop them? Every piece of intelligence we gather today becomes leverage tomorrow. The Empire will decide South Thorin's fate based on facts, not rumors. And my employer intends to help shape that decision. It's up to you again, Magister Merlin.
Let me go! I'm not going to serve you any longer. I'm free!
Need I remind you that it was my gracious decision to elevate you to my service? Were it not for my generosity, you'd never have set foot in the royal city. And now, you dare think of leaving?
Guards! Seize this insolent wretch at once!
Calm down, both of you. Yelling won't solve anything. Former lord or not, the rules are plain. Everyone's equal in South Thorin now. Servants can choose to leave. Best accept it before you embarrass yourself.
Yes, I have accepted it. Being a man of honor, I complied with the new decree. I even went above and beyond, drafting a proper contract for her domestic service. And unlike others, I had the decency to pay her wages in advance. Yet, after barely 2 days, this insolent wretch dares to flee. The contract is clear. If she breaks it, she must face penalties. I demand restitution.
Madam, is everything he said true?
Before the law changed, I was under his thumb for years. This is just compensation for all that time I worked for free. Besides, his contract was unreasonable. I don't accept it. They say you can actually make a living up on the surface now. You really think after surviving this dirt hole, I won't find work topside?
At least finish cleaning my house first.
Okay, calm down. Madam, has your curse been lifted?
What are you talking about? I'm cursed?
It seems you haven't read the announcement on the notice board. Ha! It's good to see you again, Magister Merlin. As one of the parties responsible for all this change, it'll be easier for you to explain things. Yes, if you go to the surface without having your curse removed, you'll be corrupted.
That's horrible. Let me reconsider everything then.
You can reconsider things while cleaning.
Get out of my face! I ain't working for you ever again!
Hey! Don't go! Come back! We're not done talking!
All right, calm down. She won't be leaving South Orin anytime soon. You go home and wait. We'll try mediating and see if she wants to work for you again. Magister Merlin, although it's great to see you, why the sudden visit? Well, the captain should be in the square at this time. You should check if he's still there.
Everyone, please be quiet. We'll take questions one by one. Let's start with you. You had a question. You said something about Captain Indris letting the dragon escape.
That's not what I meant. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do now. It's all his fault. If he hadn't caused this mess, I'd be working my hardest trying to get into the city. Now that I want to go to the surface, he's here to stop me. What does he want me to do? Die here or something?
Yes! And he let the dragon fly away! Doesn't that mean we won't have any divine dew left? Without the dew, won't all of us be afflicted with corruption? We can't live without it!
And you? Did you want to say something?
All I know is that the situation is dire. Corruption is everywhere, more than ever before.
Well, the divine dew is still being distributed, and order is still being maintained. I also have not received any definite reports of increasing corruption.
No, listen to me, Imperator Ravion. Many souls have succumbed to the corruption, and it takes hold faster with each passing hour. The only difference between now and before is the rationing of the divine dew. Could the dew be the source of the corruption?
What? Then I'll throw it away! I won't drink anymore! I don't want to stay here! Let me go to the surface!
Everyone, calm down. Keep your divine dew, or the situation will get worse. I share your concerns, truly. But in these trying times, we must stand together, and not let suspicion divide us. The dragon's departure was inevitable. Yet we need not despair. The divine dew shall sustain us for some time still. Our reserves will sustain us through the time required for us to lift the curse. The reports of increased corruption shall be investigated without delay. I'm dispatching my most trusted inquisitors as we speak. But you must all stand firm. Unchecked hysteria will undo us faster than any plague. Now, please return to your duties and respective posts. I give you my word that a definitive response shall follow without delay.
Ah, Magister. So, you saw me make a fool of myself. I'm not good at dealing with these types of situations. Everyone has their own ideas, yet the words they speak may carry a different tune. It doesn't help that sometimes they're at odds with themselves.
Their voices ring loud across the square, true. Yet order demands wisdom. We cannot bloody our hands each time tongues wag too freely. So, my dear Magister, to what do we owe this unexpected visit? Surely not to witness our entertaining attempts at governance. How delightful that you find amusement here. Perhaps you and your familiars would care to join me on the proving grounds. I assure you the entertainment there will be far more memorable.
All right, let's stop. You do the Magister a disservice. She must have important business here.
Recent reports indicate a rise in attacks by the corrupted on Brimstone Village, and the frequency appears to be escalating.
Yes, the corruption. One need only recall the unseemly display in the square to see how deeply it has unsettled the people.
Though our forces are stretched thin, the distribution of divine dew continues without delay. The rise in corruption is concerning, but we have not let it surpass our ability to respond. Our true concern lies elsewhere. After relaying my observations of the surface to the Assail, many of them developed a strong yearning for the world above. Despite repeated warnings that the curse must be lifted before any can venture to the surface, they remain deaf to reason.
The people interpret our prudent advice as coercion. Our honesty seems only to fuel their distrust. It's beyond comprehension.
Taking advantage of the lack of guards, many people ignored our warnings and went to the surface on their own. As a result, their curse took effect, and they soon became corrupted.
The address in the square was intended to calm the public, to persuade them to exercise patience until Indris can present a remedy for the situation. Yet I fear our counsel goes unheeded. Even now the Whisperers weave their dark tales. They say this is the surface's eternal curse, that we are fated to dwell forever in these sunless caverns. Some even dare to reminisce publicly about my mother's reign, longing for those simpler days when blissful ignorance passed for peace. They clamor for rights and freedom, yet flee from obligation. Such is our nature. But let me be clear. Should anyone dare drag this kingdom back into the shadows of the past, they will learn the weight of my resolve. No true tomorrow exists for the Assail until this curse is lifted from our bodies. Ah, yes, the Sylvan Tendril. Sage Tasso's ancient relic that purified Indris and Feli from the curse. This is the crux of our dilemma. A single Sylvan Tendril, and you alone capable of wielding it. Should we proceed at this glacial pace, Salthorin will crumble to dust before a fraction of our people are cured. Well, it's from the Dark Forest, our ancestral home. Indeed, were more such treasures to be found, it would aid us tremendously.
Yes! When we were in the Dark Forest before, we encountered so many magical things. Maybe we can find some clues there.
A journey to the Dark Forest at this very moment. Perhaps a brief delay would be wise. There are matters I must first verify within my mother's records. We should leave no tome unexamined, no record unchecked, before we proceed. There exists a certain manuscript in the palace. Its pages may hold the answers we require. I propose we investigate this lead first.
Truth be told, I'm no scholar. I'll leave the research to those with keener minds. I'll hold the post here, settle what's left of my duties, and then join you once all is in order.
For the record, my mother possessed a temperament so composed it bordered on frigid, and the words on the manuscript reflect her stark iciness. Though it may appear detached to the untrained eye, this manuscript represents, by my mother's standards, an astonishingly biased, distressingly passionate, and bitterly resentful outburst. This, in turn, proves that my mother's hatred and resentment were unlikely to be false. Of course, this is my mother we're talking about. Even in her own diaries, embellishments and half-truths are a given. Well, I was already aware that we share a common lineage with the Wilders of the Dark Forest. This curse and our long exile is also not new information. However, I must confess that the revelation of Misati herself casting this curse was quite surprising. How could a god so exalted and revered stoop to cursing her own descendants? To banish them from her domain? However grievous their transgressions, this manner of divine retribution strikes me as unorthodox, to say the least. And in the manuscript, my mother's intense discontent reads as nothing short of righteous indignation, almost as if she had been wronged. Is this the reason my mother mentioned? What exactly happened in the Dark Forest? To think they were condemned for protecting their homeland? No, this reeks of some deeper intrigue. The truth has always been buried beneath convenient lies. If you ask me, a goddess in her righteous fury could have simply obliterated them outright, or, at the very least, commanded her faithful to carry out the judgment.
But instead, a vicious curse was cast.
Yes, why do it in such a roundabout way? If the gods wield power beyond mortal comprehension, why resort to something as petty as a curse? This reeks of deception. Indris, I have a task for you.
What are you scheming?
This matter demands immediate attention. You need to personally venture into the Dark Forest and uncover the truth. The curse was lifted from you, and you alone may walk the surface world. This makes your duty clear.
Yes, your help would be invaluable, Magister. This matter concerns the survival of our people, and I'll be in your debt once again.
Well, your debts are no concern of mine. You make sure to settle your own affairs. like a proper gentleman.
I'll leave the safety of Salthoran in your hands.
Yes, yes, understood. It's time for you to be off.
Oh, Magister Merlin. I see you've brought a distinguished guest. Would you do us the courtesy of introductions? It's a pleasure to meet you, Captain Indris. Since the Lightbearer Empire and Salthoran have not yet established formal diplomatic relations, I appreciate this opportunity to talk as private individuals. Please just call me Evie. I'm curious why you're here together.
Salthoran is currently dealing with an increasing number of the corrupted. We believe that the recent attacks on Brimstone Village are related.
So you're saying that the current attacks are just a precursor? There could be a sudden mass attack of these crazed creatures pouring out from the ground. That's too scary to imagine. The reality is that Brimstone's defensive capabilities are woefully inadequate. Even the heroic Order would struggle against a threat of this magnitude. Well, this is a win-win situation, isn't it? I'll leverage every resource at my disposal to help. What do you need? So you're planning to go to the Viduso Mountains? You can use my ship if you want. You've been on it. It's faster and more reliable than most ships. For an urgent mission like this, time is everything. And she'll serve you well. I'll be staying in Brimstone Village for a while, so you can use my ship as much as you like. I hope your efforts will soon uncover a means to break this curse, so there is peace and security for both sides.
Thank you, Evie. Salthoran won't forget the Empire's help. We're deeply grateful. Here, the world feels quiet and warm, bathed in sunlight and scattered with flowers. The clatter of workshops and the marks of industry seem far away. This place brims with natural life. It's nothing like Brimstone Village or Salthoran. The residents wear peaceful smiles as if they are one with the very nature around them. Are they truly the same as us? The assail of the past? It's hard to believe we were once a people who lived in such harmony with nature. It feels as though I'm looking at another version of myself. A self that had never been cast into the depths below.
Don't lose heart, Indris. We're here to find a way to lift the curse. Once we succeed, you and all the Assail can be like them.
Hammy is right. But Chippy also thinks that Salthoran is super special.
Thank you for your kind words. I won't let sadness weigh me down. Magister, let's go seek the Sage's counsel. Spirit Mound. What manner of place is this?
Oh, it's an altar to the Deer Spirit. A sacred place where the Deer Spirit once appeared. I recall that during the crisis of the Lucent Tree, the Magister and Lorsan sought guidance from Asarti at that very spot.
Oh, Indris can go directly there and ask the Deer Spirit. We can solve the Assail problem in no time.
Things aren't as simple as they seem, Chippy. The last time the deer spirit showed herself was because the lucid tree was damaged, and that was nearly catastrophic for the Dark Forest.
Yes. The thoughts of the goddess are hard to grasp. Rather than rely on uncertain miracles, it's wiser to consult Master Arden first. I hope that the sage's understanding of history can provide guidance to the Assail clan.
I've already said there's limited space in the warehouse this year. Offering amounts must be reduced or substituted for something else. It's all a mess, and there's simply no room.
We've already reduced the number of offerings this year, but we still need some as backup. Otherwise, if something goes wrong, we won't have any tribute to offer.
If they can't be stored in the warehouse, they're all going to go bad anyway.
What's going on?
Ryan, come tell us what you think. Like and the others proposed that we should leave space in the warehouse for a proper rotation of offerings. Therefore, the amount must be reduced, and I have already revised the request list accordingly. However, the offerings prepared by Lady Sandrine are excessive, and it is simply impossible for us to store them all.
I've already cut the amount down as asked, but the offerings for the prayers can't be reduced any further. The offerings provided this time all require time to prepare. If our reserves fall short, it will be too late to replenish them when the need arises.
Could you please introduce these two individuals and explain their positions?
Lady Sandrine is one of the elders overseeing affairs in Ivory Shade, while Lily Jane serves as the warehouse keeper, responsible for storing and gathering offerings for Prayer Day.
I mean, isn't Lily Jane being a little rude to Lady Sandrine?
In my view, this is not a matter of disrespect. It is simply a clash of responsibilities.
So, we should help resolve this conflict between their duties.
Yes, let's lend them a hand. Magister, I have a feeling you're quite skilled when it comes to organizing things, aren't you? All right, I'll help as well. Let's try to squeeze everything in.
I'll lend a hand as well.
Amazing! Everything's been stored. Not only were the extra offerings put in the right places, but we also cleared up more space.
I must say, I've learned quite a bit about organizing. My apologies, Lily Jane. I shouldn't have prepared so many offerings without consulting you first.
No, I should apologize, Lady Sandrine. I was too impatient just now. Let's compare our list later and see if we can adjust the supply.
Seems like there is no need for mediation here, huh?
I'm a little curious, though. What celebration and offerings were they referring to?
Ivory Shade is a sacred place, especially cherished by Masati. According to legend, it is a paradise created by Masati herself, a sanctuary cut off from the outside world, untouched by war or suffering. The deer spirit is the mortal incarnation of Masati, and from time to time, it graces this land with its presence. The Wilders here, grateful for the deer spirit's protection, gather at the spirit mound on Prayer Day to present their offerings. The people of Ivory Shade believe that through devoted service to Masati and faithful adherence to the laws of nature, they shall enjoy everlasting peace and happiness in this land.
So, the goddess who doomed my people is seen by yours as a beacon of kindness and grace. Perhaps if the Assail never left, we would be carefree believers of Masati. The flowers Feli planted are of a different hue than the ones here, yet they feel the same.
Do you also like flowers, young man?
Oh, is this your flower bed? I mean no offense. I just wanted to admire these lovely flowers up close. My friend loved tending to flowers. He even bred a new kind back in South Oran.
Being a place that harsh, how can such lovely flowers bloom? Perhaps it's the heart of the one who tends them that shapes their beauty.
Yes, my friend Feli really loved flowers. Our land isn't fit for growing much, and he didn't have the chance to find other kinds. So he had to work with whatever grew around our home.
If you'd like, I can give you some flowers and seeds to bring to him. They're treasures I've raised with great care, and no others like them exist. These flowers are hardy and can grow almost anywhere. They're not just lovely to look at, they also have healing and culinary benefits.
He's no longer with us.
Oh, apologies. I didn't know.
Don't worry about it. I'd love to take some back to South Oran to show the people. The only thing is, I came in such a hurry that I didn't bring anything of value to offer in exchange.
I don't need anything in return. I make friends through my flowers, and if the flowers I nurture can spread to new lands, that would be the greatest gift I could ask for.
But they've been so carefully cultivated, and it wouldn't be right to take them for free.
I'm not a merchant, only a gardener. To me, the true value has never been in money. The love for flowers, the act of nurturing them, the happiness they bring to others. The sunshine, the moonlight, the wind and the rain. All these simple, beautiful things are priceless treasures to me. Under the watchful protection of the ivory tree, I know that I will be able to nurture many more species of flowers, each more wondrous than the last.
Please tell me about the ivory tree.
It's the great weaving tree you see before you. This guardian tree provides nourishment to the creatures around it, watching over everyone and everything with care. My garden thrives within the blessed reach of the ivory tree, which is why I'm able to cultivate such unique and special species of flowers.
I understand. Thank you for the seeds. I'll take good care of them. If Feli were still here, he would definitely feel very happy. This place is really different from what I've imagined. I knew this place would be unlike Salthoran, but the reality still took me by surprise. Everything here is so relaxing and free.
There is tension as well, and disputes are not uncommon here. Even we, in our best intentions, are not immune to the flaws of selfishness, jealousy, deception, and harm.
Yes, but life isn't driven by suspicion, panic, or hatred here. If only the Assail had always been loved by Misati. Perhaps we would have known a life like this. Apologies for my moment of weakness. If you don't mind, I'd like to take a closer look at the ivory tree. I'm quite curious about the guardian tree the gardener spoke of.
Please go ahead. Everyone, Elona just sent word that Aaron has arrived.
Wow, that was quick! Master Arden only sent the letter not long ago, and now he's already back.
His destination may not have been far. Come, everyone, let us go and meet him without delay. Now that Aaron is communing with the deer spirit, there is hope that the mystery hindering you shall be resolved.
Yes, let us go.
Long time no see, Magister. Oh, Chippy and Hammy are here as well. Thank you kindly for your efforts, Bryon. Ah, then you must be Captain Indris of Salthoran. Well met. I am Aaron.
Please, just call me Indris. And thank you for coming all this way.
Master Arden has explained your purpose in full. Given the urgency, I won't take up more time with pleasantries. Something strange happened just now. As Indris arrived, I felt the deer spirit's anger, laced with deep pain and betrayal.
Betrayal? Is it because I'm an Assail?
Not entirely. Your presence seems to have stirred something forbidden. The deer spirit's emotions shifted in an odd way, as though she recalled a past she wished to forget.
It's hard to say for certain. I do have another theory, though. While you were exploring Ivory Shade, I took the opportunity to review more records. There have long been rumors of a rift between Misati and Jura. Perhaps this anger stems from that conflict as well.
Regardless of the truth, I cannot ignore the will of the deer spirit. There must be a reason the Assail were marked as outcasts. So, Indris, you arrived with the Sylvan Tendril, claiming to seek a way to save your people. Before I offer my aid, I must first uncover the truth of your nature and intentions.
What must I do?
I believe a person's true nature is revealed most clearly in battle. Memories are fragile, stories are often distorted, and words can fade. Only in the crucible of battle can we truly touch each other's souls. When two souls give everything they have, their true selves are laid bare. I need to determine whether you deserve Misati's forgiveness, and if you are worthy of our trust. I respect your judgment, Magister, but that's not enough. The deer spirit's response cannot be ignored. I must witness this firsthand.
Thank you for speaking up for me, Magister. However, Aeron's suspicion is not without reason. Salthorin's future is at stake, and relying on the goodwill of others is not enough. I will earn his trust through my deeds. A blade as sharp as steel and a will as strong as iron. Regardless of how this journey ends, I believe I have gained a greater understanding of the wilders of the Dark Forest.
I feel the same, Indris. Your spirit blazed with courage in every blow we exchanged. It wasn't wild recklessness I felt from you, but the bravery of someone who's seen the worst and still chooses to move forward. Pardon my earlier offense. The unrest within the Deer Spirit clouded my judgment. Now I am certain that the Deer Spirit's rejection of you stems not from any failing of your own. I would like to hear more of your tale. The strength to face a dragon and shatter the grip of countless centuries of tyranny. Such courage stirs the heart. Masati has ever cherished fairness and truth, and shall not condemn those who seek it without cause.
Yet, her butterflies still barred the path to the Spirit Mound.
Yes, her anger and rejection still linger. I fear that speaking with the Deer Spirit alone won't be enough to find any answers. Come everyone, let us go to the Lucent Tree. I believe it shall grant me clearer guidance.
I shall not accompany you for now. There is an old friend whose whispers I must heed first.
So, this is the Lucent Tree. It's truly a sight to behold.
Indeed, this is the Lucent Tree, the very heart of the Dark Forest, the sacred tree blessed by Masati herself. Now I shall commune with the Lucent Tree and await the guidance of Masati. However, it takes some time to communicate with the Lucent Tree.
I don't mind waiting. My people waited 1,000 years to learn of the curse. A little longer means nothing now.
Rest easy, Indris. Aeron stands as the scion of the Lucent Tree, chosen and blessed by the Divine.
Don't mention my title. It's embarrassing.
See? Even the Magister agrees with me. You deserve the title. No one understands the Lucent Tree better than you.
All right. Allow me a moment to focus. Please wait here while I commune with the Lucent Tree. First and foremost, Masati's anger stems from the defiance of her sacred will. During the Divine War, it was Masati's will to stay apart from the conflicts of the world, choosing instead the peace found in the shelter of forests and mountains. However, the sages of that era disregarded this sacred request, choosing instead to offer the power of the Sylvan Egg to Jura and the humans when faced with the war. And nearly the entire forest was drawn into the war, and this was the primary cause for Masati's fury.
In other words, the corruption of the Sylvan Egg and the ensuing conflict weren't the main reasons. They merely served to fuel the fire.
Yes, that's why Masati's punishment was so severe. Just as she had severed the corrupted parts away from the Sylvan Egg, she too severed your people from the Wilders.
Do you mean that the curse was used to banish us from the Dark Forest?
Yes, it was used to sever our ties. Through Masati's blessing, her people are woven into the very fabric of nature, their blood intertwined with the rivers and forests. Masati caused all the rivers and forests within her domain to turn away from the cursed wilders. So the ground beneath their feet became a bed of knives, and the waters they drank scorched like magma. They were cast out from Masati's domain, no longer welcomed among her children.
Then why were the Assail able to settle in South Thorin? Yes, the world underground does not belong to Masati. Well, the Magister used the Sylvan Tendril to lift the curse, just as one would use the Sylvan Egg to lift the punishment. The Sylvan Egg surely holds the power to lift the curse, but doing so would mean bypassing Masarti's authority and using magic directly to break it. So when Indris entered Masarti's realm, the Misolent and the butterflies blocked his path, and the deer spirit grew angry. Is this why? Because we sidestepped her authority?
There are still things we can't fully explain, but at least some of the concerns have been put to rest.
I see. After hearing all that, I can see why Masati is so angry. But with the war spreading, as a major power in these lands, could we really have just stood aside? What followed was a great divine war that swept across Esperia. Although I don't agree with some of the decisions made by Sage Tasso and Serelith in the past. During that war, when the world was at risk, could we afford to do nothing? Therefore, I don't believe my ancestors were wrong in choosing to go to war. As for the corruption of the Sylvan Egg, it was indeed their fault. No, our fault. But we've paid the price for 2,000 years. Surely that's more than enough punishment, isn't it?
Indris, the gods see the world differently from mortals. To Masati, this isn't simply punishment. It was also necessary to safeguard her people. Since you believe your ancestors made the right choice, then show the resolve needed to face Masati's trial. If you seek Masati's forgiveness, you must find the strength within yourself to renew your bond with the earth and the mountains. Only by proving your understanding of Masati's will can you receive her guidance and find the path to resolve the plight of your people.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Very well. Masati's messengers will guide your path.
Before you came, the Terran River had already carried the deer spirit's message to me through its current. Banished one must enter the river. Let it wash over his journeying body. Cleanse what's been tainted. Reconnect what was once severed from the water's flow. The Terran River is merciful. It will lift him gently. But if it rejects him, no, that won't. I will find another way if needed. To truly reconnect will be painful, like reattaching a severed limb. You'll have to endure the pain of the water and open your heart to it.
No matter how painful, I'll accept it.
There's one more thing. The river judges your heart. Don't try to deceive it.
This is Masati's trial. She must confirm you understand the weight of defying divine will.
I don't believe our ancestors were wrong. But I'll bear responsibility for our people. I'll show Masati my resolve.
Don't be afraid. The Terran River won't harm you even if it hurts. And I'll stand guard.
I'm ready. Let's begin.
I'm eager for nourishment.
Who else needs a little pick-me-up?
Yep, I always win.
I can feel it. Your soul and the river. Your blood. They're one again. Wherever you go, the aqua ley lines of your homeland will follow.
Thank you. I'm fine. Just a bit of residual pain. It's already fading. Now that the river's trial is complete, please tell me what the next one is.
You're in bad shape. You really shouldn't move yet. It's best not to move. Why don't you rest for a while?
Indris, this recklessness serves no one. Another trial now? You'd fall to a child's blow in this state.
Thank you. I appreciate your concern, but this pain is nothing compared to the torment of corruption.
You're pushing yourself too hard.
Many in Salthorin still suffer under the curse's agony. The sooner I act, the more I can save. Earlier, Hewin said the waters of my homeland are connected to me now. Yet, forgive my ingratitude. When I think of home, I still see Salthorin. I must save it. Change it. That's why I stand here. So please, Heron, tell me what the next trial is.
Stubborn as mountain oak. But the next one won't be easier.
Then, all the more reason not to waste time. Let's go.
The dear spirit has witnessed your deeds and reveals your next path. She will now lead us to the next trial, bonding with the geo ley lines.
To connect with the aqua ley lines, he's soaked in the river. So to bond with the geo ley lines, he doesn't need to bury himself, does he?
No such drastic measures. The Taran River's trial was to prove his worthiness of redemption. Now that Indris has shown his sincerity, we've reached the stage of true redemption. The Vedusa Mountains once flourished under Misati's grace, their ley lines whole. But Eomir's sins corrupted and polluted Rainford. It's been cut off from the earth. Indris must bring Rainford back into Misati's embrace.
How convenient for a trial.
Let's call it a win-win.
What do I need to do?
Truthfully, Magister Merlin did half the work already. She's already taken care of the hardest part, purifying the corruption. Now we only need to relink the ley lines. But Eomir's experiments drained the magic in the local geo-ley line. Only Earth Essence can repair them.
Then let's go find some.
That's the tricky part. The corruption lingers. The pure Earth Essence is rare in the Vedusa Mountains.
Earth Elementals. Salthorin has plenty of stone wardens. We might be able to draw essence from them.
Good idea. You'll need to act fast.
I'll also go help. I mean supervise. As Misati's witness, I must ensure nothing goes wrong. I won't interfere. This is Indris's trial. I'm just observing.
Please, go ahead. I'll start locating a site where we can reconnect the geolay lines. Also, Merlin, I might need to borrow your familiars for a bit. Restoring the local connection is only part of the work. I plan to use this opportunity to reorganize the entire ley line structure here. If this can mark the beginning of South Thorin's recovery, we can deepen this region's harmony. Bryon can handle outside surveillance, but your two familiars have impressed me with their understanding of the local ley lines.
I'd rather stay with you, Magister.
But it's true that we can be more useful here. Then please be careful on your journey.
Indris, come back soon, too!
Thank you. I will.
I thought I'd seen everything in my travels, but South Thorin is unlike anything I've known. Its architecture doesn't resemble the Dark Forest. It actually reminds me more of the Lightbearer Empire. We build with trees, shaping homes to nature's flow. Not like this grandeur.
South Thorin was built with help from the dwarves. That may explain it. As for grandeur, perhaps it reflects a belief in order and structure.
Order? That's an interesting way to put it. In the Dark Forest, nature is our order, not walls or roads. Yet seeing South Thorin now, compared to what you described before, I just wish I had more time to learn about your home.
This trial leaves me no time to show South Thorin properly. But if the curse is lifted, I'll take you through every street, every corner of my city. Is there ever any doubt?
Thank you. I thought I was done for. Captain Indris, blessings upon you.
Why are there Sind ones here? Where are the guards?
I don't know. I thought this area was safe.
Ravion wouldn't neglect his duties. Either the guards are stretched too thin, or the corruption has gotten worse than we feared. Go find Ravion and tell him clearly what happened, and that you saw me.
Yes, right away.
That creature we fought, was that a corrupted assail?
Yes. First the scales appear, then the limbs twist, and then reason burns away. They become monsters.
That?
Compared to that, the pain from the Terran River is nothing. To me, the corruption is more than just a curse. I see it as divine retribution for our sins against the dragons, for our greed and theft. This is their punishment and Misati's. We assailed drowned beneath twin condemnations. Which is why I must hurry. Who knows how many more will suffer if I don't.
Understood. The Earth Essence takes priority.
Judging by your faces, I assume you got the essence?
We didn't let you down.
With the Familiar's aid, I've pinpointed the ley line nexus. Restoring the geo-ley line might shift things. I've already asked Bryon to monitor the other nexuses. He'll alert us if anything goes wrong. The rest is up to you. It shouldn't be too difficult. Just let the Earth Essence merge into the geo-ley line, and it will repair itself and reconnect with the other nexuses. Then, Merlin, inject the essence here. By all logic, Earth Essence should be naturally drawn to ley line nexuses. The moment it senses one, it ought to merge right away. Especially here, where the ley line's dried out. This kind of place is usually perfect for restoring balance. So, why isn't it reacting? That would explain it. Coming from a different ley line, it can't immediately repair something it's never been part of. If that's the case, we'll need someone to act as the bridge, establishing a blood connection before the Earth Essence flows into the ley line nexus.
A bridge? Master Ardyn? Do you mean Indris?
Not only him, you as well, Aaron. And Merlin's magic will be key to the process. Aaron, you'll call upon the ley line here in Misati's name. Indris, as an assail, you will guide the earth essence from Salthorin and help it resonate with this land. Merlin, you'll weave the sylvan tendril, combining the power of both the Dark Forest and Salthorin. Bind the two together. Indris, your homeland and your ancestors' land have remained apart for over a millennium. Let this division end here and now. Let the lands be one again.
May Misati witness my vow.
The trial has ended. Misati is lifting her punishment, and now I will act as her hand. But Merlin, I still don't know how to undo what was cast upon us. Reintegration? Ah, you mean returning the sylvan tendril that was severed from the sylvan egg?
Once the sylvan egg is whole again, the foundation of the separation curse will be undone.
Merlin, with your magic, the sylvan tendril has already cleansed Feli and me of the curse. So, with Misati's blessing, and the sacred light of the lucent tree, a restored sylvan egg may even... That's wonderful news. Finally, a glimmer of hope.
There's just one thing I can't wrap my head around. If this punishment stemmed from separation, why did Misati entrust the corrupted part to someone in exile? Even if it was tainted, it was still once part of the Sylvan Egg. It held divine power, didn't it?
Perhaps Misati had a greater purpose we do not yet see.
For now, let's focus on reintegration. If it works, then we'll journey to Salthorin next. And if it doesn't... No, we won't fail. It's time. Let's begin. This can't be real. How could something so vile exist within the Ivory Tree, which was once blessed by Misati?
And look at the walls. They're discolored. It's corroding the entire space.
The dear spirit brought us here for a reason. We must uncover it.
Then we press forward. This presence, it reeks of a Hypogean.
Magister, you mean this Hypogean is the same one that infested Eclipsion?
That would explain it. A hidden space under the ivory tree. A Hypogean aura matching Salthorin's corruption. This Hypogean must be the very same one that once tainted the Sylvan Egg, or rather a part of it.
Master, are you saying this is the corruption Masati purged from the Sylvan Egg all those years ago?
Exactly. 2,000 years ago, a Hypogean clung to the Sylvan Egg. Misati tore away the corrupted part, but she didn't completely destroy it. A part of it split off and manifested as a Hypofiend. It followed the Sylvan tendril to Salthorin, and eventually rooted itself atop Eclipsion. There, it was contained by Helthor's power.
But weren't all Hypogeans sealed away by Jura? How can it still...
Perhaps it was cleverer than we thought. Hiding within the Sylvan Egg itself, it may have slipped through Jura's grasp.
That would mean it still holds the power to provoke Masati's wrath, and shake the foundations of the Veduso Mountains themselves. I have to...
Get back! It's hatching!
I am reborn again. You are ripe and full. I, Saida, must feast. I must grow. No more cages. I must spread.
Vile Hypogean! So you were the one who tainted the Sylvan Egg?
It throbbed with promise. It sang to me. It was so rich. I took what I needed.
So it was you. The one who forced my people into exile.
She's within the ivory tree. If she breaks free, every living thing in the Veduso Mountains could be wiped out. In Masati's name, I will end this. Her aura. Why did it suddenly spike? This is bad. We brought the Sylvan Egg into this space, and she's touched it again.
And not just that. Look at those seeds on the ground. She's using them to regenerate. That's what makes her so dangerous.
I cannot die. Not while there's a root to cling to. Sap to drink. Flesh to hollow out. I spread. I feed. I sink into roots. I twist into trees. I hollow the forest. And now, I breathe through everything.
Shut your mouth, Hypogean.
Calm down, Aaron. She's still talking, which means we can still get information out of her. We need to figure out how to beat her.
I found the fruit. Warm. Throbbing. They discovered me. Dura tried to cage me. But I slithered free. My roots sank deep. Even as the fruit withered, tendrils spreading through dark places. Safe. Waiting. Then came the fire. It burned. But not all of me. My deepest roots remained hungry. Patient. You're here. So sweet and tender. You will feed me now. How generous you are. Come closer. Let me taste. Through you, I'll live forever.
Let's try it. We'll burn her seeds to stop her from regenerating.
And sever her roots. Cut off the source before she regrows. I'll use the Eclipsion. My bow is said to never miss, and will chase enemies across the land. Powered by the fiery essence of Hellthor and Dragonflame, it's made for hunting down evil, like her.
Let's strike her down with everything we've got.
What? She's not regenerating.
The ivory tree. The deer spirit. I can feel them. They're overjoyed. It's granted me memories from Masati herself. Back then, the Hypergean had already infected the Sylvan Egg. Purification was impossible. To cut away the corruption, she had to tear out a piece of her own divine power. So she created this hidden space, sealing Saida's core body here, and hoped the ivory tree's power could slowly purify it.
The rest of the corrupted fragment. It traveled with the Sylvan tendril to Salthorin, alongside my ancestors. No wonder Misati was so furious. This Hypogean has been a threat for 2,000 years.
Misati likely believed that dividing and sealing her in two halves would weaken her enough to keep her contained. But she underestimated the nature of a parasite, never anticipated that even split, Saida could slowly regain strength in both places.
Misati had no other choice. If the Hypogean fully merged with the Sylvan Egg, the whole of Vedusa would have been destroyed. Separation was the only way forward, but the price was immense.
There was one thing Misati overlooked. A parasite can silently influence the host's will. Whispers here, seeds there, until the host doesn't even know they're compromised. Saida's influence and the cursed punishment slowly poisoned the minds of the assailed.
Is that why Serelith became so obsessed? Saida was even able to hide a part of her within the Eclipsion.
The Hypogean preyed on all their despair, turned their grief into a path for her own return, luring them into even darker paths.
So, they weren't punished for defying the goddess, or joining the war, but because they unknowingly brought a Hypogean back to the Dark Forest, and gave her the perfect host. Misati's judgment was meant to protect all other life, but a 2,000-year curse. It's still a cruel fate.
I believe Misati's true intention was never to punish you forever. She was waiting until Saida could be utterly destroyed.
Then, this was our true trial. Our redemption.
Yes. Now you may tell your people that the Assail curse can finally be lifted.
To put it simply, the divine dew has started overflowing for no reason. And with it everywhere, folks are letting their guard down. Some have gone up to the surface and gotten corrupted. Others are talking about restoring the old ways. Oh, who might this handsome guest be?
Ravion, mind your manners in front of our visitors. This is Aeron of the Dark Forest, and this is Ravion of Salthorin.
A pleasure, Lord Ravion. I've heard much about you on the way here.
Then you've heard of my charm, my wisdom, and my so-called princely title.
All things that no longer exist.
And we mustn't forget my mother.
Enough. To the matter at hand.
Sounds like you've had quite the time together.
Let's stay on task.
Right. The curse is no longer the only issue here. Our divine dew reserves will sustain us temporarily.
But we're close to lifting the...
Lifting the curse is merely the beginning, Indris. The true challenge is breaking the chains around people's hearts. The Assail have been bound to the underground and the curse for 2,000 years. Their fear and sense of tradition run deep. Even if the curse lifts tomorrow, do you really think everyone will be ready for a new way of life? Sunlight burns when all you've ever known is shadow. Freedom feels like chaos to those used to chains.
Lord Ravion is right. Curses of the flesh are easy enough. The ones of the soul take longer to heal.
Then what's our next move?
First, we deal with the overflowing divine dew. The dew is limited, but now Salthorin is seeing an abnormal surplus. And with all the talk of restoring the old ways, there's definitely someone scheming behind the scenes. I already have a suspect in mind. But before we act, we'll need proof. So, who's up for a little mystery solving? I knew you would, Magister. Always so dependable. With you on our side, our chances of success just went up.
Let's get to the point. Where do we start?
I've got some leads. We just need to investigate further. Shelby has some information, and some dark corners of Salthorin are hiding intel too. Let the game commence.
Not more clothing purchases, I assume?
Ravion sent us. We need to know what you found out about the Divine Dew.
I see. Recently, a large amount of divine dew beyond the usual supply has appeared in Salthorin. I've looked into it. The amount on the streets has spiked, but Ravion's controlled source checks out clean. It's like this extra supply appeared out of thin air. Most of it's moving through back channels and black market trades. It's disrupting everything.
I assume someone's using the dew to manipulate public sentiment.
And fan rumors. People are saying the divine dew is running out.
Can you trace where these black market supplies started?
I have a few leads. Former military officers, and certain high-ranking priestesses from the old regime.
Théodore and Valara's former subordinates.
You catch on quick, Captain Indris. Then I'll spare the rest of the details.
You dare defy me? Divine dew is meant for the nobility first.
Why? My child needs it too, to keep the corruption at bay. And things are different now. Your title doesn't give you more right to live than the rest of us.
Fool! Only noble lineage can properly channel the dew's power.
Ridiculous! The Divine Dew is meant to counter the curse. Every assail has the right.
Captain Indris, what brings you here?
I'm looking into irregularities in the Divine Dew distribution. Care to explain what I just heard?
I was merely teaching this commoner the proper etiquette.
That's not true! He tried to take the dew I bought while shouting about bloodlines.
I'll be going now.
Thank you, Captain Indris. I'll just...
Wait. What's this about buying Divine Dew? It should be distributed, not sold.
I heard it's running out, that soon only the nobles will have access. So I bought some on the black market, just in case.
Who's spreading such rumors?
I'm afraid to say.
Don't be. We're not here to punish you. We're here to stop whoever's behind this.
All right. It's the priestesses at the Luminous Altar. They claim the curse isn't real. I'm just repeating what I heard. They say the curse, the dragon, none of it ever existed. That when the Queen died, the Divine Dew began to disappear. And there was never enough for everyone. They also said that Lord Ravion claimed there was a new world waiting for us on the surface, just to cover up the truth. And the ones who believed him and went up never came back. They say he's sending us to our deaths.
The logic has holes. but I admit it sounds plausible.
So many people started doubting. I also...
Listen, I've returned from the surface. The curse is real, but we've also found a way to break it. Soon, no assail will need to rely on divine dew anymore.
Really? But Lady Delia said... She's the one I bought the divine dew from.
Where does she operate?
At the Lunar Assaulter. There's a secret gathering every 3 days at dusk.
Understood. Thank you for your honesty. You've helped us a lot.
Captain Indris, what's the truth, really? I just want to protect my family. I don't want to become corrupted.
Just wait. The truth will reveal itself.
Brothers and sisters, behold, the radiance of true divine dew. And now, compare it to the diluted mockery in your hands. You've all been deceived by Ravion. There's no curse. Dragons don't exist. The truth is this. Our supply of divine dew is dwindling. And Ravion...
Enough lies.
Indris, Ravion's lapdog. Seize them!
I am sated.
No more lies. Tell us, where did you get all the divine dew from?
I have nothing to say to you.
Do you think being stubborn will get you through this?
My faith is unshakable. I'd sooner die than betray it.
Die? Who spoke of killing? Ravion has 1,000 ways to make you speak, but none will be quick or painless.
You're bluffing. He wouldn't. He's not like that.
Do you really want to test that belief? You forget who raised him.
The Queen. Her Majesty. Fine, I'll speak. It's Lord Théodore. He's hiding in the Burning Hollow.
He disappeared after the dragon left. It makes sense now. He's been biding his time in the shadows. I'll have Delia taken away, and then we'll go straight to Théodore. I learned from Ravion. Effective, it seems. Ravion inherited Serelith's cunning, but wields it differently. He disarms with charm before striking.
He sounds quite skilled.
Ravion's more complicated than anyone imagines. He was raised in his mother's shadow, yet carved an opposite path. But now's not the time to discuss Ravion. We need to meet with Théodore.
I am sated. I am sated. I am sated.
All of you. Especially you, Indris. Will you destroy our people's future again? All because of some naive hope?
No, Thaydor. The real threat to Salthorin is the unchecked distribution of the Divine Dew. That is what's breaking us.
You're blind! You're the one breaking us apart! You have no idea the burden we carry. You just happen to meet a lucky mage who fixed your problems. And now look at you. You parade around like some savior, spouting pretty lies about the surface while people suffer. Go above ground, you say, as if we haven't tried. The sunlight scorches, and the soil cuts like knives. And look what happened days ago. The curse spiked, and the corruption spread. Everything worsened!
Which is exactly why the usage of the Divine Dew must be stopped. It offers comfort, but at the price of our minds and bodies. It's poison, dressed as mercy.
There you go again, with your fine speeches. You tell a dying man, don't drink the water you've known all your life. It's poisoned. You tell us to go to the surface. It'll be fine, just endure it. You promise them sunlight and salvation, but give them nothing but pain and uncertainty. So why not the Divine Dew? At least the Divine Dew grants relief, if only for a little while.
Relief that twists and mutates your body, driving your mind into madness.
Yet still, it quenches thirst, eases pain, and grants a moment of peace. A moment of peace is better than a lifetime of chasing illusions. Your self-righteous dreams are what tore apart the home we clung to. Wake up, Indris!
Sorry to cut in. I know I may not grasp the full weight of your grief, General. But even so, isn't the most important thing to lift the punishment and curse you've all been burdened with?
Another youth with a smart mouth. The dream you speak of is built upon the illusory vision of breaking the curse. You've destroyed the very foundation on which we survive, all to establish your self-congratulatory new fantasy. And now, there's nothing left but chaos, madness, creeping in from all sides.
With the dragon gone, the Divine Dew is disappearing. It can't last. And when it finally runs dry, what then? Will Salthorin, still dependent on it, be left to crumble in agony?
But that...
You're willing to let everyone die just to preserve what once was.
That's nothing but selfishness.
You? Wait. You're not an assail.
Who are you?
My name is Aaron. It might sound arrogant for me to introduce myself this way, but I think you'll want to know. I'm from the Dark Forest. Since birth, I've been called the Scion of the Lucent Tree. As Masati's proxy, I've witnessed Indris's journey of atonement on behalf of your people. And I've come, as her envoy, to end this misguided punishment.
Scion of the Lucent Tree? The Three Sages? The Lucent Tree? The Deer Spirit? Misati? The Dark Forest? Our ancient homeland. Then the curse will be lifted?
Masati and Merlin have both seen to it. The end of the curse is near. And if you still have doubts, then come and feel it for yourself.
Let's return. We'll end the mistakes of the past as quickly as we can. Then...
Let's move. We've waited long enough. Follow me. I can sense a place where the ley line energy is active, as if the roots of the Lucent Tree are calling me.
This used to be where Serelith's statue stood. After her defeat, it shattered.
The statue was built over a convergence of ley lines.
Fitting. She was the one who led her people in their stand against the Hypergeans. Shall we begin the spell?
It should be done here, but how should I describe it? It's like when we first used the Earth Essence, knowing the path ahead but unable to take the first step. Magister, can you offer me some guidance? So with your guidance, we'll cast the spell and reconnect the two parts of the Sylvan Egg. This time, it's the exact opposite of our previous encounter with the elemental spirits. I represent the origins of the Dark Forest, and Indris represents the return of Salthorin. Then, with the restored Sylvan Egg as the core, under Merlin's guidance, we will once again spread Masati's forgiveness to her people.
The return of Salthorin. I understand. Let's begin.
I can feel it from this sapling. It shares the same origin as the Lucent Tree. The Earth's energy is flowing back, slowly returning to Masati's embrace. And the people, this land, the Lucent Tree loves them still. I can feel it. Yes, Masati is using her gentle power to nourish this long-dried land. We succeeded. Indris, you seem troubled. Is there something wrong?
No. I'm relieved. Truly. But that relief helped me notice something I had overlooked. When I saw the out-of-place elemental spirits before, I had a similar feeling. But it wasn't until just now, when the curse was lifted, that I confirmed it. Salthorin is my homeland. Thedor's accusations against me weren't unfounded. I was born here, in a sail, carrying dreams too bright for a world weighed down by loss. Dreams of the surface, of sunlight and peace. And in chasing those dreams, I wounded the very hearts that had already endured too much. Sarilith, Velara, Thaydor, Sage Tasso. So many names are now consigned to memory. Their grief, their bitterness, their fear, their anger, but also an incredibly clear and deeply nostalgic homesickness. The surface life I fantasized about was the true homeland they were forced to leave, having gone astray under false guidance, carrying immense pain.
Maybe that's why Misati chose to plant a new lucent tree here. If it were just about ending the punishment, she could have simply lifted the curse. But she did more. She reconnected the ley lines and blessed this place with new roots. There were mistakes, false paths, but now it leads to something new. Yes, South Thorin was born from pain, and though led astray by the Hypogean, it endured. A kingdom carved from sorrow, but still a kingdom of its own. Even with hearts full of sorrow and unrest, their struggle must have reached Misati.
Even if we lost our way, time and time again, now, this tree, this gift, will bring us dawn once more, and with it, a true new beginning.
The curse. It's broken. I felt the shift and dropped everything the moment I sensed it. I had to see it for myself.
We had it under control. You should return and tend to your duties.
How stern, Indris. Can't a concerned citizen pay a visit without being shooed away? You could also take this opportunity to introduce the breathtaking Wilder, pardon me, Scion of the Dark Forest, to the rest of us.
Please don't refer to me that way.
Apologies, truly. You all looked so grim. I feared Thaydor's ghost possessed you.
Thaydor is very much alive. He's standing right over there. His guards are still with him.
Yes, still crying over that sapling. He didn't even act this way when my mother passed away. But enough of the teasing. I do have something serious to say, though you may not like it. Back when you defeated my mother, and left her statue in ruins, I asked you a question, Indris. I'm going to ask it again. What kind of future do you intend to lead us toward? You've walked the surface and visited Ivory Shade. You've endured Misati's trials and battled Saida. These twisted histories were all uncovered. Now tell me, what do you choose?
I didn't get the chance to tell you about the Hypogean's deceit. How did you hear of it? And if you heard our talk just now, does that mean you arrived before we cast the spell?
I was just concerned for the people's well-being. Such harsh accusations, Merlin.
Forget it. I'll answer your question. My decision has not changed. I believe we should return to the surface. Many will find joy in the sunlight, with the earth beneath their feet. They'll thrive among flowers and trees, as the Wilders of Ivory Shade do. Like Feli, who barely saw the sun before it was ripped away from him. But I understand the meaning behind your question now, Ravion. Some will find the surface too bright, too loud, too restless. The waters may be pure, cold, and gentle, but to some they'll feel strange. Some may even resist the instinctual love for greenery, a trait from our wilder ancestry. And, of course, many will remain drawn to the sweet illusions of the divine dew. That, too, is part of the work that lies ahead. But everything else, I believe, should be a choice given to everyone.
Ah, so let the dreamers chase the sky, and the deep-hearted sink back into their roots. I dare say, that's the kind of answer even I could raise a toast to.
The lucent tree of the dark forest belongs to our distant past. This sapling before us? It's our beginning. And it's also the Assail's homeland. The place we'll inevitably look back on when we set off. Let's start nurturing it now.